Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ReGen Invitational 2. Joining once again is Ragnnarrok. I'm Murda. We have a first round matchup. This is still the round of 32. We are still on Infernal Shrines. If you guys were here earlier for the This Is Jimmy vs. ReGen Red match, you're familiar with the rule set. If you are not, this is a 32-man bracket, best of one through the first three rounds until we reach the semifinals where it moves to a best of three. And tonight, over here on twitch.tv/MurdaRG, you can catch the grand finals where it will be a best of five versus our top two teams of the event. Ragnnarrok, today it is Adults with Jobs versus Team Skyarch. Any pre-game thoughts here that you have on these teams?
So all I know about these two teams is that Team Skyarch is known to bring the cheese every now and then.
Yep.
I've played with their players and against their players in competitive leagues in the past, and they can definitely be a force to reckon with if you're not on top of their game. So I don't know if they're going to bring out the cheese in this particular series on this particular map, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised. But I'm looking forward to a good match and seeing these teams duke it out on one of my favorite battlegrounds.
Absolutely. Our teams are ready to go. As mentioned, it will be Infernal Shrines, and here we are in our second match of the day. This is Adults with Jobs versus Team Skyarch.
Infernal Shrines, again, as we discussed in our first map, really high priority on wave clear heroes and heroes that can control the shrine area. So again, the meta bans right now, I expect to see things like Jimmy Raynor. Alex Straza is particularly good on this map, and she was just recently buffed. So I expect her to see either picked in the first slot or in the one, or even banned here. Yorel's also very strong. A bunch of other heroes that can be banned out here, but a Garrosh ban, Murda.
Yeah, okay. Garrosh banned out. I think, yeah. I know Womack plays some Garrosh. I don't know if he's tanking today for Team Skyarch, but he plays actually pretty dirty Garrosh. I was playing with him yesterday, actually. We were on Haunted Mines, and he was playing that Garrosh, and we got a couple fun kills with it. Urel's also going to be banned out here in the opening ban phase, this one by Team Skyarch.
And even though Urel did just receive a couple of nerfs, she's incredibly strong what she does. Pushing people off points, keeping lanes under control. She can even provide some self-sustain in the form of healing at 4 and also at 7, I believe. Wow, a Maiev ban, that's definitely an interesting one. So we leave Genji and Alex Straza open in that first slot, amongst other things.
Yeah, Genji was the first pick in our first game, and here once again we see the blue side grabbing away that Genji with the first pick. And as you mentioned, it does leave open Alex Straza. Does Team Skyarch want to move into that dominant support? Has the Lifebinder, has the Dragon form inside these shrines? Is that going to be something Team Skyarch is looking at here?
Well, before I could speak, it looks like they're running Stukov, which again is an excellent pick here. That Stukov lurking arm build is excellent for this map, not only for zoning on the actual point and the different corridors on the map, but also for pushing the Punisher. A lot of teams do like taking the Alex Straza early right now, but there are a lot of counters that do exist to her, which do de-incentivize you from picking her a bit early. I wouldn't be surprised to see the blue team here take their support, which is a Deckard Cain, and a variant, so that's almost protection if I would have to guess here for that Genji.
Deckard Cain and Varian picked up, as I want to thank our first bit donation of the game, Moist Weenus, coming through with 111 bits. Really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for that. So, Rag, I have to talk about it, and I think there's a potential that Team Skyarch is working on my all-time favorite composition in the game, the Meme Beam Dream Team.
Oh boy, so what does that involve? Are we expecting things like an easy bake oven? Are we expecting...
This is going to be the Phoenix paired with the Tyrael and the Falstead with the Hinterland's Blast. Planet Cracker,
good Lord.
Hinterland Blast, Judgment, Lock and Load, potential. That Team Skyarch is looking to pull it out here. We'll see if they get away with it in this draft. And I think these next two picks that they're now on the clock with after Azmodan and Diablo have been banned away, if they take a Tyrael or a Falstead right here with these two picks, it's the Meme Beam Dream Team 100%.
That's insane. I mean, Tyrael in general can provide excellent sustain through his shields and through the sanctification. Can't really do that if he takes judgment. Wouldn't be surprised based on what you're saying. Oh
There's
my
the
god.
Falstead, baby! Alright, and they even get the Leoric to pair with it for the Entomb. So that last pick is 100,000 million% going to be Tyrael. These two picks here for adults with jobs, they need to find an answer. Do they know what's coming to them? I don't know if they do.
I honestly, if I was looking at this draft on the right, I would not be putting that together right now. But definitely, now that you said it, the Tyrael engage onto anything here would pretty much confirm the kill. I do like the Blaze. The Blaze can get rid of some of it, but if this is the Tyrael, we're going to be in for a hell of a game, Murda.
Oh my god, they're thinking about it, but they know. They're like, Murda's freaking out. Let's go! Yeah! I'm so hyped for this, man. This is my favorite thing in the world. I showed this to Skyarch many months ago, and we've had so much fun with it in the past. Skyarch throwing down the thinking emoji in the chat. I'm very, very, very excited for this matchup, and I know the captain of Team Skyarch is like, ooh, Murda's gotta love this one right now.
This is going to be quite a game, Murda, and it's going to be tough. It's really going to be tough for adults with jobs, our blue team, because I don't really know, other than that bunker, what really denies that kind of damage. I guess the Genji could deflect, but there's no way that Deckard healing can sustain through that wombo. So as long as Team Skyarch can secure a kill or multiple kills through that combo, I think they're going to be successful here.
Yeah, and you gotta note, Deckard does not have a cleanse. That's really the saving factor, that if they had a cleanse, they can maybe get out of the judgment, but without it, and if Team Skyarch can lock and load with those beams, it's going to be really tough for anyone to stay alive. But over on the left-hand side for this first-round matchup between Adults with Jobs and Team Skyarch, it is Adults with Jobs. I Just Fizzed is on the Blaze. Randy will be playing the Varian. Nats on the Deckard Cain. Ruktal on Genji. And rounding it out, the captain for today, Retro Funk on the Gul'dan.
And the right side, our very own meme team with this... I forgot all the synergy that you use, Murda. Team Skyarch. We have Skyarch himself on the Phoenix, Womack on the Falstad, Ezra's playing the Stukov, Tyrael being played by D-Bomber, who sounds like will be the setup for this, and Samsonite playing our solo laner Leoric.
So just to clarify, it is the Meme Beam Dream team, and it's really a very heavy execution-based thing. You can even leave Phoenix up in the solo lane as long as he knows the judgment is coming, can move the camera with that global presence on the Planet Cracker. It can be executed from anywhere, but they have to make sure the Falstead is in a good spot. They have to make sure Tyrael is getting a target that can be jumped on. As we have a disconnect, looks like the Falstead player has dropped. We'll see if a pause comes out from Team Skyarch. So far, nothing, and we'll let the game continue. Looks like Womack is back in the game.
So I actually do like the fact that Falstad, in this particular case, did take Seasoned Marksman. It is a good play in that, oh, they got to be really careful. The nice shields from the Tyrael to protect that Falstad from falling in that first engage into the Varian.
Up top, though, is a pretty tough matchup. I Just Fizzed up against the Leoric. I think Leoric definitely has the better hand in this matchup, so advantage there should go to Team Skyarch. We'll see how Samsonite plays it, but I think traditionally Blaze has a really tough time playing against the Leoric.
He absolutely does. One thing that the Blaze can do is vault out of the Leoric W just to deny him some of that additional sustain. But I think in general, the matchup can be even. It really depends on how the teams play. What you do see here, those Adults with Jobs did take their siege camp a little early, which is excellent, and is now pushing through the mid lane.
Yeah, so they both now have their siege camp out. The mid lane is being sieged heavily by Randy, Retrofunk, and Nats. But Skyarch is here. Now they have their own Khazra camp to help battle against it. But Gul'dan, so much clear. And with Falstead opting for the Seasoned Marksman build, they kind of lose some of that Q damage he can bring with his boomerang. But there is, I think, a handed advantage here for Adults with Jobs in this rotation of mid-bot.
I think so as well. So we do have a taunt variant, which was expected. It will hopefully give them the kill potential that they need with the Genji. This Phoenix has to be very careful. This could be a kill secured.
Oh.
This is what their comp does well, Murda. This is what they do: lockdown and burst.
T-Taurus on that one. I caught the dead Phoenix, but you missed the engagement. I'm sure, Rag, you can tell us that was a big taunt there by Randy, locking in the Phoenix.
Precisely what happened. The Phoenix was very close to getting the teleport out, but it was just not enough. The poison was too much from that cooldown.
All right, so that bottom siege camp is grabbed by Adults with Jobs. Stukov is here from Team Skyarch to try to clear that up. But Skyarch, they have to play slow. They really don't have their composition online until level 10. So expect the early Punishers to be in favor of Adults with Jobs. And really the question will be, can Team Skyarch stay in the game until level 10? Will they lose too much on the map? Will they fall so far behind that it becomes difficult to have their level 10 heroics make a difference in this game? So far, 20 skeletal defenders already picked up for Adults with Jobs. And I don't think Skyarch is going to make an attempt in here, as Womack is taunted and swift striked upon. He will get back behind his wall to safety, but a lot of damage coming out from Ruktal there on his Genji.
Third cube had gone out just slightly earlier, along with his full of ceiling. I think that could have been a secured kill. I think in this particular case, even with the experience being so low, Team Skyarch should just hedge their bets, back off here, start the soaking with Leoric, and just give away this Punisher.
And it looks like the Punisher will finally be captured, as they are very close to level 7 as well. Adults with Jobs pushing down the bottom lane now with a frozen Punisher. Samsonite here, honestly, Leoric will have his Wraith walk away to safety, I'd imagine. Doesn't even use it, actually. But they have this Punisher over the wall. They're going to be able to do the damage to it. Randy jumping forward on top of Stukov. Ezra is falling very low. Gets a heal. That bio kill switch came out at the right time. There is a lurking arm to cut off any sort of path to chase them down. Skyarch, the team is surviving for now with their lives, and the Punisher will fall before the fort is able to be taken down by Adults with Jobs.
Was an incredibly close call there, Murda. I think Skyarch needs to just position a little bit further back there and let the fort do some of that work. The Scuff was trying to weave in some auto attacks there, but it did get him taunted by the Varian. I think if the game went a little bit further, he would have been punished there, but they have to be really careful here. They're engaged on their camp.
Taunted is Tyrael, now locked in that scroll of ceiling is Stukov. Ezra's trapped in by Genji, and that's going to be the second kill of the game for Adults with Jobs, as they are now on top of the siege camp that should have been belonged to Team Skyarch. They're going to take it away and have some extra firepower in this middle lane, as they have a full level lead currently, with Womack now under trouble. Genji trying to get on top once again. Just so much team fight presence so far from Adults with Jobs, really finding some good avenues to take these fights.
Absolutely, and with a Genji that has hypermobility and has skills in his kit that literally allow you to be anywhere on the map, Overwatch, by the way, you have that kill pressure, right? You have that kill pressure at level 1. So Team Skyarch really needs to respect the fact that that variant taunt, along with the additional chain from that Deckard and the Blaze, you know, that can secure.
It will secure kills in this game. D-Bomber playing pretty aggressive on his Tyrael. I know he does play a lot of this hero. This is a hero that D-Bomber is one of his most comfortable out of the entire cast. And being able to fit it into this composition is really beneficial to Team Skyarch to be able to get this player on this hero. As we see bottom lane, Leoric, Samsonite grabbing away that camp. Good little find there as level 10s are captured by Adults with Jobs. Being able to get that camp before the advantage was played is pretty huge for Team Skyarch.
Leoric does need to be careful in the bot lane, though. They are fighting down without 10. There's the pump that goes out, and Leoric does go down. Again, Team Skyarch should be playing a little bit further back. They aren't 10 yet, and they have to respect the CC chain that Adults with Jobs has. But it's Leoric. He will be back. I think of all the people that could have gone down, he's okay. But I think they do forfeit the structure here in the bot lane, Murda.
They're going to grab away their Bruiser camp. It doesn't look like they're going to get it timed out well. Yeah, they are going to send it out before the shrine is announced, as we do see it just got announced, and the bottom fort finally fell there. Adults with Jobs taking it down. But this is what we've been waiting for. We do see the Hinterland's Blast from Falstead. We have the Judgment from Tyrael and the Planet Cracker from Phoenix. The comp is set up. They just got to be able to find the targets. And who are they going to be looking for? Maybe this Gul'dan. Looks like D-Bomber's looking to find something. Stepping in on this siege camp. They're playing it very aggressive right now as Team Skyarch. They want this camp, and they're going to get it. I don't see any way Adults with Jobs walks in here and tries to contest this. There it is. They're getting the damage. Planet Cracker taking out one Genji also low. Finding their first kill of the game on the back of their heroic talents. Team Skyarch making it happen. Blaze still up top. He was nowhere near that fight. Adults with Jobs just backed up, and really Samsonite locking it home with the Entomb.
Pog, Champ, Murda. Womack landed a Hinterland Blast on, I believe, 3 if not 4 people.
Yeah, look at that cooldown.
Already off cooldown.
Yeah, it's awesome.
15 seconds away. He almost landed that. So what Adults with Jobs needs to recognize in the next team fight is that they cannot group up in a choke point like that. You're asking to be entombed by a Leoric in that particular case. There's only 7 more skulls to get here, but Team Skyarch needs to be careful.
Falstead's not here. Finally, warping out of it, there is the Phoenix, and Womack finally appearing on his Falstead. He's now in a weird spot up against the Genji. Gets out of Hinterland's Blast, gets another really great reset. Look at that. I think he hit 5 members, and he actually stole away some of the Skeletal Defenders at the same time. So a huge Hinterland Blast there by Phoenix, grabbing away the Punisher for Team Skyarch. They lose their Stukov, but they get the Punisher.
So this is an excellent heads-up play by the Falstad. He's actually going bot lane to get this soak, knowing that the Punisher will be taken down. And what this does is it actually gets the team back into the fight. They get this objective, they are soaking, and their goal right now should be to try to get to 13 as soon as possible, at which point they can just play the map or try to find a team fight engage, because they do have a good wombo. And as we mentioned in the draft, the enemy team, Adult with Jobs, they don't really have good protection against this Murda. If the backline gets collapsed on by the Leoric to set that all up, I don't think they can sustain through it.
The beams are back online and ready to be unleashed. Up top is Blaze and Leoric, but they're not really needed for this to work for Skyarch. They have their Tyrael here, and there it is. They find the Gul'dan. He's locked in by his silence and killed. Another pickup on the back of these heroic talents as D-Bomber looking to hold Varian in here. There's a Hinterland Blast connecting on 2. Genji's very low. Randy also on that Varian falling super low. Skyarch trying to finish him up. Does he have a beam? He does not have any sort of lasers to lock him in, but they do pick up a kill on Gul'dan. It down give them advantage down this bottom lane. They could possibly work on this siege camp that's here. Instead, looks like they're going to rotate mid on top of Blaze. I just fizzed. Could be in trouble. That Entomb is online. Will Samsonite be able to lock Blaze in? Not going to go for it here.
That was incredible, Murda. Again, we see that combo well executed. Womack is playing Falstad out of his mind right now. I don't think I've seen that Hinterland Blast be on a cooldown less than 60 seconds from the first time it was cast this game. Absolutely unbelievable play. I love the fact that they punished the Gul'dan for his positioning there. You cannot step up into a team with that kind of with this kind of comp.
Leoric pretty low, gonna get Q and a bio kill switch there from Stukov. They really have to play patient though. Finding the kills is great, but they need to find them before the shrines are spawning to give them the advantage in the pit, because as mentioned, up against the Gul'dan, who's very good at clearing, very strong in there, they need to be able to make sure that they have a hero advantage on the field when those are spawning, as siege camp is taken away by Adults with Jobs there on their side of the map. I'm so far pretty happy. Both sides playing well. The camp pressure has been coming out about even. We do see that the Shaman camps up top are both available. We'll see if teams want to go for those soon, as the 3rd shrine should be announced within the next 30 seconds or so.
Right, and there is a slight advantage to Adults with Jobs for this next shrine phase. They do have a full fort with the Moonwell there, whereas Team Skyarch does not. They have to be very wary about the fact that Adults with Jobs might actually reach level 16 prior to this engage if they're soaking their lanes correctly. But both teams, as you mentioned, Murda, are heading to their hard camps, which will provide some pressure top lane while this objective is spawning.
Falstead up top trying to get a little extra soak as Womack. He's also trying to finish his seasoned marksman, which is at 34 stacks. We see Gul'dan sitting at 32 of 40 on his echoed corruption. And those are two pretty key level 1 talents that when they come online will add a significant amount of damage. Finding Falstad right now is Varian, but barrel roll away to safety. Womack still alive for now and will make it to safety now using his flight into the pit. Team Skyarch is set up, beams online, and still no level 16s for Adults with Jobs. Will they find anything early here? They need to find it before those 16s are picked up. Gul'dan still split. We'll see if Tyrael sets up this engagement. Watch D-Bomber and his judgment.
They need to be very careful here with this engage. That Falstad is getting pressured. There's the taunt, there's the kill. Wow, what a blow up.
But they do find Retro Funk on the top side. Gul'dan falls, so it's a 1-for-1. Falstad for Gul'dan, which actually, those are the two heroes that are about even here in this shrine. So, I think it works out, but Stukov falls there on the bottom. I didn't see that on screen, sorry. But Genji chased down Stukov, making it a 2-for-1. Genji now being collapsed on, but he has his cyber agility, able to jump back. Rukdal will survive with some potions and that bunker as well from Blaze in a great spot to cut off Team Skyarch. Now shrine control completely in favor of Adults with Jobs, as that shaman camp up top was even able to take out a fort.
I do think though, Murda, that Team Skyarch can re-engage here. I understand that they are down their support, but they do need to get a pick here.
There's a big Hinterland Blast connecting on the fort. Gonna get a pretty decent sized reset, but stay a while and listen. Keeping Team Skyarch back for now, 33-28. They're about even, catching up. There's an Entomb on top of Randy, but falling is Womack on his Falstad. That's a big pickup once again for Adults with Jobs, as they're even able to grab the Punisher, looking for more damage on top of Leoric. There's a Horrify locking down the Tyrael, has the Eldruins out to safety, but will get collapsed upon once again, and finally falling is D-Bomber on his Tyrael. The Arcane Punisher is made it to the keep wall in the bottom lane, and Adults with Jobs ready to siege down the first keep of the game.
I cannot stress this enough, Murda. If you cannot counter that Genji, then don't let him through the draft. The Team Skyarch does have a lot of blow up, but they have no control for that Genji. So they just have to be really careful here. If one person does go down, they don't have 16 yet, it could be game. They have to be very, very careful.
Alright, so Punisher's been baited towards the core. The keep is about to go down. Yes, it will. It is secured there by Adults with Jobs. First keep of the game down at 14 minutes and 50 seconds. The Punisher has been left to die at the core, and Adults with Jobs have moved back, likely going to pick up this siege camp right next to them and start painting the map blue.
I do love this invade here. It makes perfect sense. It's a great thing to do on your way out. And as you mentioned, Murda, I think right now the team, our blue team, Adults with Jobs, should be racing towards level 20.
Yeah, Beam's back online. Everyone's here. We'll see if they want to try to find someone early, but as I mentioned, kills are great, but kills before the shrine spawn are even better with how much advantage you get from winning these Punishers. And Adults with Jobs, again, they have that advantage with the Gul'dan. They have the advantage with the Blaze in killing these shrine monkeys, as I like to call them. We'll see if they want to look for a fight here, as they are postured in this bottom lane on even talent tiers. D-Bomber trying to find his target. He's not looking for anything yet. Stukov's under trouble as Varian is on top of him. D-Bomber, the Tyrael getting taunted finally, and will fall. There comes the Hinterlands Blast. There was no Planet Cracker, so losing the Tyrael, not gonna be good here for Team Skyarch. Adults with Jobs looking to press the advantage, probably gonna work down this mid fort.
I think Team Skyarch could have taken a team fight there. It just didn't seem like they were totally convinced of that themselves. They need to be more decisive going forward. And unfortunately, with that death timer on the Tyrael and his potential invade for this top camp, that Falstad is really, really far ahead, Murda. He needs to be careful here and respect that Varian.
Yeah, he's been barrel rolling pretty well, at least, staying alive. Once again, another camp being stolen by Adults with Jobs. This one is the Bruiser camp on the side of Team Skyarch. They're still worrying about the catapults and the Causer camp in the bottom side of the map. They're falling further and further behind. Level 20 so close for Adults with Jobs, as Blaze is left wide open on the map to get all this soak. They should be able to get their level 20s just off this mid wave here and probably this tower. So now very scary. Level 20 talents picked up for Adults with Jobs.
You hate to see it, Murda. I think that Skyarch is going to have a really hard time coming back. Maybe not in this game, but definitely before the next objective. I don't think they'll be able to secure 2.5 levels by the time that spawns, but they are getting pressured in the top lane.
They're getting pressured, and I'm surprised we didn't end up seeing a taunt there. Back to safeties, Womack and Skyarch. But here with level 20s, no fear for adults with jobs. They can press in on this board, take a fight. They're going to taunt the Leoric. Samsonite falling very low. Has to start Wraith walking away and does not get back to safety. Now under trouble is Stukov. Use the flailing swipes. D-Bomber on the other side. Has to try to get away, does with his Eldruins. There was a Hinterland's Blast not comboed with the Planet Cracker or the Judgment. So popped a little bit early. They weren't able to find a kill. The Shrine has been announced. Here comes the Judgment on top of one Planet Cracker trying to get the kill, but does not. They end up losing the Falstead. Now they lose the Phoenix with 2 assassins down. Team Skyarch is in big trouble. Level 20s are still here for adults with jobs, and with that triple kill, they're going to be able to get another keep down. The question now is, do they want to drop back to the Shrine, or are they about to push core? And ladies and gentlemen, pressing forward is adults with job.
You have a Deckard Cain with level 20 unlimited pots, Murda, and they have the AoE healing, the Potion of Revival at 13. The absolute definite call here is for 4, and with the kill pressure that you have from that Genji, haha, there is no stopping them from getting this game. The death timers are long enough, and it looks like adults with jobs will take this game. GG's, a nice try for Team Skyarch.
Very solid attempt from Team Skyarch, a perennial competing team here in ReGen Invitational, but this one will be handed over to adults with jobs, who will be advancing on to the second round, where they will be facing, and let me refresh this for us here and get us over to the correct scene on the post game. There you are. There's our beautiful faces once again. So they are going to be facing the, where is this matchup? Ba-ba-ba. Oh, Royal Heroes of the Realm of Luxoria. This is an open division team of players coming together from Luxorian Sun, who competed last season in NGS, and brand new competitors, Luxorian Snake. They combined the teams for the event. They have a little family squad running. So a very tough matchup headed up for adults with jobs. But let's sign off this game with a little recap, Rag.
This game was insane. The wombo potential on Team Skyarch was unbelievable. Unfortunately, the pressure that the Genji provided in this game, and even in the first one, that proved to be a bit too much. Sad, continued taken out, and they did not hesitate. They even took out the Tyrael in a lot of those cases. So if you deny any part of that wombo chain, the entire chain falls apart. So when you try to execute comps like this, you have to be really careful about your team posturing and positioning. I applaud Team Skyarch to the ends of the earth for attempting that, and it did work early game, but once Varian and Genji increased their damage and mobility late game, it just became really, really hard to deal with that Murda. So I think adults with jobs, they applied the pressure they needed to throughout the game from the beginning, and they were able to seal the deal at the very end.
They were. I'm going to also throw the talents up here on the screen. Rag, I just had the bracket open for everyone watching. ReGen Blue took it over Bad Manners. This is a team with former NGS winners Kina and Dami from OSD. ReGen Blue taking the upset there over Bad Manners, and it was going to potentially be a rematch, a grudge match of Bad Manners versus OSD in the second round.
New follower.
But instead, ReGen Blue taking the upset, home squad making it happen. Pretty excited to see that. Thank you so much for that follow, Lecha Madur. Hopefully I pronounced that right. If it's French, I'm not very good at speaking French. But yeah, just so much fun, having a great time with the event. We will be back at 5 p.m., I believe. Let me double check.
That is correct, Murda.
Yeah, we're back at 5 p.m. bringing you ReGen Black versus Hand Banana in the second round. You do not want to miss that. For now, I will be handing you over to... Where am I going to send you? We're looking for a 4:30 matchup. Let's see here. How about we'll send you to Cat Peach for this one. She's hosting Heroes of the United States versus Moto Miracle. That's Ghost Dunk on Moto Miracle. One of my great friends does the podcast with me. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I will send you over with a raid and hope to see you guys back here at 5 p.m. Eastern.
See you guys in a bit.
See ya.